And we're live. We're live with my squeaky chair. Zack Snyder's going to be breaking down the Justice League trailer that just dropped. Hallelujah trailer. It's pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. I got a PC, link to the Vero, breakdown. This is the link right here. What's it called here? Vero.co/events/us united. That's the link they gave us for your desktops. But I still might listen to the audio like through my phone because I feel like the audio will come out better like that. But the images will actually be on the screen, as you can see right there. We're actually going to stream this bad boy. How are we coming through? How's the reception? We're waiting for this to start. It's going to start in like the next 5 minutes here. I saw a trailer already, black and white and everything. Same, but different. But still same. But still same. I already liked the trailer the first time around, so yeah. Excited. Excited to see what Zack Snyder says. He's also going to answer some questions, so if you don't have your questions asked, he already put a link on Vero where you can ask your questions. There's already 500 comments, 600 comments, something like that. Lots of questions. Somebody, people have been asking when it's coming out, so hopefully he'll answer that fucking question. I feel like, since there wasn't that much shown in this trailer, like it was only a couple shots, like you said it was going to be, you got to give us something more, right? You got to, give us a big scoop. At least give us a window. Give us like a time frame when this thing is going to come out. Welcome, watcher. Welcome. All right, so everything looks good. Everything looks good. It should be starting here in the next 3 to 5 minutes here. Hunter Iggy, welcome back. Is Scott Snyder and Zack Snyder? Ask away. Ask away. I saw Scott Snyder commented on a Zack Snyder post. And I commented on that. You two should probably work together. That would be a cool little dynamic, Snyder and Snyder. It could be like a law firm, Snyder and Snyder Incorporated here. Still waiting for this shit to start though. We're gonna wait here. I feel like he's gonna give us a release date or a release window, like spring 2021 or summer 2021. Or he might actually give us like an actual day and month. That would be great. He's got to have some secret in store. I believe that. There's something he's going to be showing. On Vero, he showed an image of Steppenwolf. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very good off the phone here. There's Steppenwolf on Themyscira, getting the box from the Themyscira Queen. And as you see, he's all spiky, and it's not quite done. The CGI is not quite done. He looks like a PS3 video game, like a Shadow of the Colossus character. So hopefully that's PS2 game. But they did remaster, so they made that PS2 game look better. But yeah, dude. They have plenty of time to work on CGI. I mean, they still got months of just polishing and all that good stuff right here. I guess I'm just gonna keep refreshing this window until it starts. It's supposed to start like any minute now. Let's see if they opened up anything here. Hey, got a little link. Here we go. Hold on here. Oh, that's loud. That's live. Hold on here. Get everything set up here. Oh, it's loud. How is the sound here? Yes. Talk. Talking about sharing screens right now here. Boom. Live. Live. How's the audio? Is it too loud? Let us know. It's pretty loud in my ears. Can you guys hear it? Yes or no? Sound off in the comments. Yes or no? We can't hear him. How do I fix that? What's the option here? Yeah, how do I turn the sound on here? Settings, banners. No, 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 no. There it was. It was fucking. It was right there. Where is it? Click the share audio box. Where is that? Where is the share audio box? Like, where is that? He's still buying time here. We still got time. he's still buying time. Here we go. Exit and reshare. All right, let me try that here. Let's stop that. And we're gonna go back in here. Yo, man, what's up? We're about to watch this. He's about to play it. Oh, it's loud. I can't share this part anyway because it's too much. There. Oh fuck it. Oh fuck it. There. Oh fuck it. We're gonna figure out another way to share the audio here. Hold on. It's not popping up for me, so it does. It didn't pop up for me. Shit. Hmm. Uh, it's not popping up for me. I don't know where it is. It's not really loading here. How's it coming through? Is it choppy? I can't play the audio on this part anyway because of Leonard Cohen music. I still can't. No. Why? Yeah, we just have to wait for this trailer to stop here. All right. Let's try what Shalvis is trying to say here. Nothing's popping up here. Oh shit! Here it is. Here it is. I found it. It's a tiny little box. Tiny little box. Can you hear the audio now? Is it too loud?
Okay.
Can you hear Zach?
There it is. Also, in all of its monochrome glory. Steph and I think
I got it working.
I always wanted to. You guys probably realize and know that I, for a long time, the movie
Sound off
with me in.
Can you hear Zach's voice?
What I would call on my computer, and it was the way I watched the movie for 2 years or whatever in black and white.
Black and white for 2
actually,
years
it was black and white that I had to sort of create.
Did you guys hear that? Are you hearing Zach's voice?
As rich as this, and I look forward to coloring the entire movie professionally in a really rich and beautiful monochrome, and being able to do all the
we can hear it.
Little tricks, printing tricks that I love. So we'll see that. I feel like as we develop this,
Guess what? He's about to break it down right now.
More.
He just watched it. He just watched it through.
So this shot of this first shot of Darkseid is, there's a question that I saw about Darkseid, that in the theatrical cut, apparently Darkseid is replaced with Steppenwolf in this early sequence. Now,
yeah, the whole movie was changed.
That's was a redo, because when I was involved with the movie, there was always Uxis here. So it's probably not difficult, and we've done it many times, to use the motion capture that the actors were able to do on set. I believe in this case that was Rich Citrone, who was Darkseid. Rich also is Ben's double for a lot of the Batman stuff, the crazy fighting. And Rich has been in every one of my movies, that including Guardians of Gaul, where he did some little bit of motion capture for that. Played a owl. So
there's the link
in the
chat. That should pop up. Try to invite Shadow if he's up for it.
That I would say have made it.
I don't know if he's watching on his channel.
Some way or another through every iteration of every movie. So that's fun. And so what they would do is probably in this case, we had Rich on set against the green screen and motion capture suit. He had a stick, and he'd
stick with the tennis balls
the earth up because he felt like the anti-life equation was here, and then he had to pound the earth to reveal the anti-life equation, which we in the movie, you see it in physical form, which is all those patterns of lava that exist on the ground, and so that's how you're able to. That's how you're able to. How they're able to visualize it, and so that would have to be deciphered to figure out how the anti-life equation.
Well, it's in your Shadow. It's in your Twitter. So, and the invite. What's up? Was it?
I think that
Joel. I want to play Sam. What's up, Sam?
At this point, in his conquests of Earth, I got a question here about how strong Uxis is, young Darkseid compared to, let's say, like Zod. But I think that young Uxis is super powerful compared to the rest of the. The only thing that can really stand up against him is the old gods. And here you'll see him fighting with Zeus and Ares, and the rest of the sort of the defenders of Earth. As they are seen, and the old king of Atlantis. So that's him pounding.
Yeah, that might be for the best, Shadow. That might be
this image. This next shot
already lagging.
Superman's the death of Superman at the hands of that crazy monster that we let loose on the world.
Yes.
And
it does look better in black and white.
Lex was crazy too,
because it's covering up
like
the unfinished CGI and stuff like that.
Doomsday is,
that's why it really looks better.
Just about as scary as a monster as we could come up with, other than the next one that we come up against, which Uxis and Steppenwolf are pretty much comparable, I think, in some ways to those two. Although you could argue the sort of mythological strengths of both of them, and that some are more than others, but. Specifically for Superman, this moment is really iconic to me, and you'll see how it influences the sort of what happens in this movie.
We know he's a big fan of Excalibur, so this this is a lot like pulling the sword from the sword from the stone.
This shot,
when Doomsday pulls out his fucking.
Chock a block of all sorts
the spike thing from Superman's chest.
And the one thing you can see is the Thomas Wayne portrait that I have. I have
totally
here at the house. and a bunch of the other cool things. I see you guys have, I'm sure, scrubbed through this and seen a lot of things. I don't want to like
this is so funny
give too much away with this shot because there's a
he
lot
definitely
of,
saw a lot of the fans
sort of
break down this trailer
messages in it,
already.
and I don't want to explain too much of it because of there's the fun of having to go through this shot and kind of try and put together the pieces of the puzzle. But
what's the
suffice it to
helmet?
say, a lot of the pieces are in this shot to like what's planned. You can see the armada of our apocalypse, as well as the apocalyptic tech and some fire pits, which also we saw in BVS in the Nightmare Future. So just slowly, there's what you guys have all seen.
He wants to see that Joker. He wants to see
Joker
that Joker card. Leto.
Floating through that's the same card that was taped to Batman's gun in BVS in the Nightmare sequence. You can see the Omega symbol out there and give you some idea about where you are in relationship to the to where we were in.
I have to go back and watch BVS now.
BVS.
The Joker cards in BVS.
Logos.
Taped on his gun.
Warner Brothers, DC. You're familiar with?
I guess so. What's up?
Welcome to Diana.
We're watching Zack Snyder break it down right now.
At the Shrine of the Amazons.
A little later.
You can see the arrow of Artemis stuck in the ground back there. And she has gone to collect it because on the shaft of the arrow, there's a few
maybe
as to
I think he just did it to hide CGI.
One, Diana's
just to hide that CGI
look. And two, the location of the actual hidden Shrine of the Amazons. Those guys.
Who's talking? There's someone talking in the background of his stream.
Yeah, and this is her sort of confronting the arrow, and
confronting the arrow.
You can see the
what the hell are they working at? It's like a construction shit going on.
you can see the sort of, she's at this sort of Greek ruins. I really like the shot too because of this kind of wide, low angle with this sort of cool Acropolis looking. There's a question I have here, and that is, did Ares kill the old gods explained in Wonder Woman? I think that's consistent with the mythology that all of this would have taken place before that. That whole fight with Uxus would have taken place before any of this betrayal of by Ares.
I like the other view
Zeus. So that's
I like the other one.
That would be mythologically
like
sort of still within the construct.
Here's the shot of Supergirl.
Here's a shot of
Supergirl
during the conversation at the Wayne Aerospace hangar, and I wanted to clear up. A lot of people think that this is the Batcave that they're in here, and it is clearly not the Batcave. Those are windows with light streaming in. I don't know how people would think it was the Batcave. The Batcave is the first time.
Do you mean the trailer or the actual movie? I agree. The actually should actually put out his movie the
Bruce
first
hasn't
time.
Really. When he first meets these people, I don't think he's going to bring them directly to the Batcave. They still have a little bit of trust and development that needs to happen. Beside Wayne Aerospace is where the
that was never in the Justice League cut.
Sort of defunct part of Wayne Aerospace is where he's been building
the Hainer is in the cut, but they don't call it the Hainer
to build in the Batcave.
They just call it the Batcave in that Justice League cut.
And so the transport that he developed there was developed for the military probably, and maybe never sold or never got to the prototype. He was never able to get it working. If you look you can see I think there's a number of them sort of in various states of construction within the sort of Wayne Aerospace hangar that is built out there. So it's a pretty,
nice.
That's pretty
That's pretty.
I'm looking here.
Oh, is it lagging on my sound? Shit.
Yeah,
Never
and that's this projection of this hologram is being projected, of course, by Cyborg out of his. There's a question here: is Cyborg projecting? Does Cyborg project Superman? And the answer is yes. This hologram projection is coming from.
It's already
from
legendary. This fucking it's already built its legend already.
Let's see what else we got here.
It's got a lot to live up to.
Interesting.
That's for sure.
And then we have, you can see this is Ben,
So
and
Cyborg
this is more,
projecting it. That's a detail I didn't know.
In the Wayne Aerospace hangar.
Projecting it.
And Ben, or AKA Batman, contemplating the rebirth of Superman, and that, what is to be done.
What is to be done? Dude, I love Zach trying to explain it without giving anything away.
Fishing village.
Trying to hold back. That's
that
great.
We built on at the airport in England. This pier was built out there, and if you look, here in the background, this house.
Yes.
We built all this little village at kind of quarter scale. So these buildings are like kind of miniature buildings that we built in the background to make it look like they were full-size buildings, and further away, but they're actually just kind of
practical guys.
1/3 scale buildings. And if you look at this shot, you can sort of see the buildings. Let's see if you see them pretty good there.
It's got seamless.
Yeah, you can sort of see them pretty good. Like this guy and this guy. The main tavern that we built and the pier is at full scale, and then these little buildings back here are kind of smaller. And we got like kids' bicycles and some other things to make the scale back there work for the shop. And it was really fun to do. And then, of course, the shot out on the pier had a lot of these giant water. Sorry, I was looking at the question. These giant water tanks that would just blast Jason with these hundreds and hundreds of gallons of water out of these huge cannons to make this effect of him being out in the storm. And then we shot this ultra high speed shots with the super slow motion cameras to get him to walk out there, and then scanline finish the ocean. So it's fun to do that stuff. And Jason's a good sport for standing in there while he's getting pummeled with this giant water cannon.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Okay, so here's
who's your favorite
Vic Stone playing a football game against Wisconsin at
I knew it was
GCU.
Wisconsin.
Looks like a winter game. And
go back to my breakdown. Go ahead.
We shot this on stage in England. My son Eli Snyder did the choreography of the football and was helping out all during this section. He worked.
He employs his children, Ray, guys. Good man.
Because
good man.
Eli was a quarterback, and so he helped Ray with his some of his skill training there. And Ray did a really great job and really passed the eye test, as they say in the football recruiting world. He looked really good and did a great job with this football scene. And so we
can't wait.
This was all snow that we shot on the day. It's artificial snow that we pumped in. Crowd. We built those bleachers.
Yeah, it's surprising how little CGI is in these shots.
In England.
The snow's real.
English
extras are real right there, in the frame.
To play the
pretty
football,
good.
From the English Football League. And of course, there's a question: where was Silas during this scene? I think is the question. And of course, Silas is too.
He's working. He's at the lab working.
He's missing from this. There's an empty chair there.
Yeah, don't people know the story of Cyborg here?
Yeah, this is a.
I asked him how graphic the Cyborg death is. Let's see if he answers that.
Celebrating her son's amazing victory at this particular football game.
Not a bad thought, Shadow. Not a bad thought.
This next little bit is, we see
This is a new shot.
kids playing football in near Vic's
Yeah, they're making
house,
Cyborg sad.
in Gotham.
You could call this a microaggression, what these kids are doing to
This
Cyborg
is,
right here.
a thing we shot in Leavesden in England, on the back lot. And then literally in this building, right to the side there, that's Vic's apartment. We had
Can't play football
this
no more.
moment here where Victor is watching the kids out there and remembering.
Dude, this movie's gonna be so packed. You know what I'm saying? So much. Zach is reading.
I have this question that says, I read somewhere that Cyborg roams around with a projection camouflage. Is that true? I don't know. It's cool. I mean, he probably
Cool
could
idea.
do that. We don't have him do that in the movie, but he certainly
Can't do
probably
that at
could.
this
That's a
point.
cool question.
Not gonna happen.
Then we see this shot of Vic watching the kids, and he's there in his Gotham City, sweatsuit, his football suit, and
Which I think that was
yeah. This is a question.
what's it gonna say here? Hold on.
Where has Cyborg been hiding ever since the accident? And yes, the answer is yeah. He's kind of been, he's
It's like a Frankenstein monster.
And he and Silas talk about this during the film, about him kind of being reclusive now, and he feels trapped in the apartment, and he doesn't know how to be out in the world. And it's kind of like what is he supposed to be now that he's a cyborg? What's his role? And I think that's really a big exploration of sort of his place. Takes place. There's a lot of that in the movie, which I think is.
Whose idea was it to put Cyborg
it's a big part of his arc? Where's his place?
Whose idea was that?
Here's a shot.
To make him a member of the Justice
Superman
League.
emerging from the scout ship.
Who thought of that idea?
And
black suit.
In his black suit, gloriously, I might add.
Gloriously.
And,
glorious.
I don't want to give too much more about this, other than it's just epic. It's the same door he came out of in Man of Steel. Here's Wonder Woman. Sorry, it's not grabbing that shot. I don't know why it's not.
What he wants to freeze on Wonder Woman here? I don't know.
So here's Wonder Woman after a little sequence where she's rescued these kids, and she is.
She really likes
one of the girls is she and one of the girls have a little interaction about can I be like you one day? And
is it Wonder Girl?
Wonder Woman answers her with a resounding yes, and that's cool. Hang on, let me just see what I got here.
Is that actual dialogue? Can you just tell us what the line was?
Oh, that's a good question. Question is, how many Kryptonian people are on Earth other than Kal-El? Well,
Supergirl.
The easy answer is only Kal-El, but there's always
Doomsday's body, maybe.
That's a kind of an open-ended. I don't know. A lot of people.
What they do with Doomsday's body?
Man of Steel, and even in this film, there's reference to the open sleeping crush, which is
I think
when
Donna
they walk
Troy,
by it
Shadow Vessel. I don't know.
on the scout ship.
I don't know. Probably not. It's probably just some kid.
When they're bringing Superman's body in to bring it back to life, there's a sequence where they go. They're kind of walking through that same hallway that Kal-El walked through.
Yeah, you read the prequel comic as Supergirl's.
When he first came into the
chamber
scout ship.
that she jumped out of.
There's a moment where he kind of wipes the dust off of one of the sleeping crushes and sees the sort of shriveled Kryptonian inside. Now,
does that count?
Next to that crush, there's an open crush that just looks like someone clearly got out of that. And who that is remains a mystery to this day.
To this day, he was in the prequel
There's
comic, Zach.
amazing
You
Gal
know,
Gadot,
Supergirl. Is
who
Supergirl in the
could
movie?
not
Like, what's
be
he?
better Wonder Woman than Gal. Sorry, I can't get it to stay on this shot. It really doesn't want to do that.
Freeze it.
I'm really
yeah.
trying, guys. Oh, there it is. Just amazing. She's just an amazing embodiment of Wonder Woman, and I couldn't be, I couldn't be luckier than to get her to play Wonder Woman. I remember when I, brought
Story.
Gal in, and when we did our first casting with her, and when I saw her from the very first, I was like, okay, that's her. That's my Wonder Woman. And, it's been an honor to work with her ever since.
Make it happen, Zach.
Okay, so here's this is Barry at in the doggy daycare sequence, we call it, but it's because he's applying for a job at this sort of pet store, and this accident happens outside, and this is our first introduction to his use.
Don't these people in the store see him become,
Speed Force and his powers,
travel through the Speed Force?
Like we really get a glimpse into. Now, one of the things that I've done in the film, I just never, I didn't like, and I don't like Barry being able to move people. I know a lot of people love that aspect of it. I just don't, and it's fine. And I think it's cool when people do it, but I just don't. I think it's it goes against physics to be able to have.
Why does he care about that so much?
And you can say that we're talking about the Speed Force, but
we're talking about comic books
to interpretation. But I feel like if you grab someone at the speed he's moving, you could just literally just tear their arm out of its socket, or like
that's why he has to grab him by the back of the head
so fast and just literally peel the flesh off of somebody's body. So he's got to be super careful with humans inside of the Speed Force. So that's a thing that I find really, that we've really had a fun
man, that's
time
a channel name.
Where are shoes? Now. I have a question here. It says, where are his shoes? Where are Barry's shoes?
Made a couple
the answer is that when he goes into the Speed Force,
this car still doesn't look finished
in this world.
Just me.
His shoes are basically. You see in the movie we have a shot where he turns and the shoes just explode off his feet because they're not ready for that, and so they don't.
What about his clothes? Why doesn't his clothes
be able to? A normal shoe would stay together, so it just shows like how he needs his suit. Really, he doesn't.
Well, he's able to run with the jacket. Come on, Zach. Inconsistencies here. Come on now.
And he wants to, he's moved to save her,
but didn't I also talked about the feet at one point. Somebody was trying to say that
it's kind of fun to play.
They were going to CGI like shoes onto Flash. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. What makes more sense is that the fucking shoes melted off.
Moment where like time comes back on, and it's kind of a fun little beat where we see boom, 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 and Iris clearly doesn't know what happened, but she's taking this stranger that she's come in contact with, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah, Invictus. That's what I've been trying to look at. Is the
in J
improvements have happened.
We don't.
The car still looks a little wonky.
That's a big piece. And I felt like we do explore, of course, the relationship with his father, but I left that piece of story still out there to be told, and would love to get at it at some point.
And there's one shot of Darkseid. It's so dark you really can't see any details on Darkseid's body.
Yeah, I think Are we going to see Barry Allen's struggle in his life? Is another. Question from Creepy Soul. I think we will. The reality, the truth is that Barry.
Excellent point, Shadow. Excellent.
How
point.
He's what is
the air
he doing?
friction
he wants to,
isn't as intense
he's
as the
trying
ground
to get a job
friction.
in this forensics lab.
Possible.
He I don't know, like he wants to help vindicate his father or get him out of prison for the the death of his mother. There's a lot of stuff happening with Barry, and a lot of seeds planted that have yet to.
Yeah. Black and white definitely makes it look better. Hides all the errors.
More up.
Texture improvements. I can't tell.
I'm gonna keep
honestly
going down here.
I can't tell.
Boom. Amazing.
Does look great.
This is
does look great
for me.
I like the black and white does hide some of those things because that's all people were bitching about.
I mean, we don't
right in the first
see a
trailer.
ton in the movie, but it was,
Dark Side doesn't look finished. Well, now you can't tell. It's in black and white.
Pretty cool.
Christy Clemens, first time she's on screen in the Justice League here.
Vic digging. Just a quick shot of Vic at a graveyard digging.
What grave is he digging?
I'm gonna leave this shot. I'm gonna let you guys
the angel.
Just say we shot it on stage in England. This is the
same angel statue from Watchmen.
Sorry, I keep having a hard time with my little cursor here. This angel statue though is our angel statue from Watchmen and Sucker Punch.
Yeah, Sucker Punch shout out.
Ben on the gargoyle. This shot, I always wanted to do this amazing
Batman shot.
Classic Batman gargoyle shot. And
he made a unique gargoyle
on top of the Gotham City Police Department, and we have a shot of Patrick built me this crazy scary skeleton gargoyle with its placard and stuff, and I said, yeah, that's perfect. I think there's a miniature of this that I have that Patrick built me. It's a pretty big.
Oh, I hope the audio's coming through all right, guys. Hope it's not choppy.
And it's pretty amazing. And I really I thought it's a really cool it's a cool little piece.
Cool beans. Cool beans.
It's just cool lightning. I just take
this that. Dude. This Martha this is Martian Manhunter right here.
This moment between
that's not Martha at the doorway.
Lois and Martha, and shot this again.
$1,000 right now.
This was a
that's
set
not
we built for
Martha
for BVS, and we built it again.
It's gonna keep the secret
in England. Built this the apartment again. Built it in Detroit and then built it in England. That's always fun, and to see these two amazing actresses, deliver this kind of really beautiful, emotional, just talking about loss.
Yeah, Shadow just wants anarchy.
And
here's absolute anarchy.
How to live in a world
everyone to lose their mind
without, the person you love most. It really became really poignant for me in the making. As I looked back on this movie in retrospect with all the things that have happened, all the sort of water that's gone under the bridge. This scene in particular.
John freaking Jones. Yeah, I'm also excited for Martian Manhunter and Victus.
And Amy.
Very excited.
Is really delivers like this beautiful and poignant moment. And Diane's amazing, of course. It's really fun. They're really great to work with.
All right. You're not giving anything.
This is
looking for those slip up guys. Looking for a slip up.
Valco, who kind of is
That's a reveal.
Clearly Arthur and Valco have a relationship. I feel like Valco is sort of the custodian of Arthur's mother's trident, and that from time to time, Arthur has used it, trained with it, but Valco holds it for him. And the shot from BVS would have been one of those moments where he had it. But the armor is the thing that he only in this
cut out right there.
He decide to don in this, And this is Valko is talking to him about, come on, like it's time. And then there's a cool crab up there walking around.
He loves that crab, dude.
It's fun.
He fucking loves that
This
crab.
is the moment where
and there's a little crab right there.
You know, he and Mira are talking out like what his responsibilities are. And then he leaves sort of Jim Morrison style, which is, you know,
Jim Morrison.
Very Jason-esque.
Sexually provocative.
And yeah, and then there's Mira wondering what. This is actually a shot from earlier in the movie where
yeah, different scene.
She's worried about what's happening with this. She's kind of one of the guardians over at the readout. The readout, I think that's what we call it. That's the old ancient Atlantean. Before the Atlantis descended under the waves, it was an above the ground world. And this area was where the mother box was placed. And you can see that it was actually designed and built when Atlantis still existed above sea. And so now when you see it, it's kind of underwater, and it is, there's still staircases and bridges, but they're all submerged now because it's descended. But that is the ancient resting place of the mother box that the Atlanteans protect. And so we see Mira here, and mother box is starting to shake for some reason. And she's concerned.
She's concerned. I'm glad she's concerned for somebody's safety. I'm glad she's concerned.
Here's Uxus. He's
here's the shot.
He's
the new shot.
To the mother box. He's.
Oh Lord, is it really gonna? Are we really gonna lag right now? We really gonna lag? Wow.
He's revealed the anti-life equation. He's creating the unity. He's pretty much this world is in the bag, I think, in his mind, and he is. He's just getting ready to sort of take control of not only this world, but of probably the ultimate weapon of the universe. And he is, but he doesn't realize that he's about to face off against these very determined protectors of Earth. And
he doesn't look quite done in this shot. In the black, the dark is really covering up the center of his body.
They do offer him quite a surprise. But those are the priests of the mother box.
Where you want to see the details in his face and chest.
Part of the armada. You can sort of see the motherships up high, and these are all the drop ships.
And Darkseid's fucking huge. Look how tall he is compared to his fucking little rabbi dudes right here.
Crazy sci-fi Lord of the Rings world that
he's a tall motherfucker.
Designing it was really fun, and I really loved just the details of how we put this together. And you'll see a lot more of it in the movie.
Yeah, sci-fi. He should have did this the first time around.
Desaad. Oh, geez, Desaad.
He wants to pause on Desaad.
Desaad is kind of, in the movie, acts as sort of go-between between Steppenwolf and the dark side. He's sort of the agent.
How many scenes does he have, Zach? Like, we're talking one scene, two scenes? Like, how many scenes?
Interacts with in his conquest of Earth to sort of give
how much is Desaad in the movie?
And they kind of interact through this sort of super cool hologram. I won't describe how it's done, but it's crazy.
Seems like a main character.
I think that it, he offers us a lot of backstory about Steppenwolf and Darkseid's relationship.
All right, good. So he's going to have
ambition,
monologues,
I think, in some degree. But he is.
That's a huge bit.
He's scary. This is in Star Labs.
Oh, what's up, Niner Empire?
We have
Empire's joined.
Vic is
what's up, guys?
Trying to figure out what to do with.
And the tier is the CGI tier. Is that CGI? The tier
just took place in the in Star Labs. I don't want to spoil it too much.
It looks like there's blood on the wall. It's in black and white, so you really can't tell if it's blood.
Cyborg is doing like.
Tell you, black and white, it hides a lot.
Ray's doing an amazing job of, just reflecting all that pain and all that the hardship of being a son, but also being like trying to find your place in the world and like all the things you never said.
Powerful stuff.
This is an image of the newly born Superman, obviously. And I
This
drew
is right
this.
after he was born.
Remember when I drew this
reborn.
shot? You know, it's very specific, teeny figure in the sky. I always loved this idea of this, you know, these images of Superman that I've
Not
made
quite
over the course
sure.
of these 3 movies.
We'll look up IMDb afterwards.
And sort of putting him up in the
should have a casting list
in the
up
sky for us, you know, because it is that combo of him being in the sky and also sort of being among us. And I think that it's fun. Here's a question about the air bubble. Why the air bubbles?
So I can talk.
To my way of thinking, and this differs from Aquaman in some degree, and we had always planned this,
It's
and then in Aquaman,
cone of
they
silence.
chose a
No one
slightly
can hear
different
them.
tact, and I'm 100% fine with it. But in the Justice League version of Atlantis, the Atlanteans, when they speak English, it's not they can't push water across their vocal cords and make words, so they have sort of a different language, and that's kind of what you're going to see in the movie. So
Atlanteans have a different language. James Wan didn't touch on that at all. And yeah, Invictus, your Saints doing pretty damn good. All right. We're going to get a rematch. You know, those Bucks are going to get a rematch in the playoffs, okay? For a third time. They're going to lose for a third time against the Saints.
So Silas committing a selfless act. You know, in the end, he is the he knows what he has to do.
Way better character arc than what we got.
To mark the mother box. So again, I don't want to give it all away, but you'll see he's got a plan.
He's got a plan. What's his plan though? He's just what's he mean by that?
Some spiky dude behind.
Some spiky dude.
Steppenwolf. Big hair, and that he's distracted. Rich Citrone again playing Steppenwolf, and all of our monsters are played by Rich, and he's really good at it. And then you have this shot, which is a slightly Dr. Manhattan-esque shot.
Sci-fi dragon.
And so
in other news,
fun to do.
Water is wet.
Here's a shot of the Batmobile.
They changed a lot of stuff.
In Perjarnov firing its miniguns.
Yeah, that was Silas's hand activating the beam. Yeah. 100%.
And it's being chased. I think you can see him up there. Barely. There's like a whole horde of
this is a new shot of the Batmobile.
Chasing him.
This is a straight-on shot of the Batmobile. I haven't seen. Looks nice.
Batman's trying to divert the army, divert the parademons so that the team can make their way into the reactor. Let me just see. Does Silas regret creating Cyborg? I don't think he does. You know, in my opinion, I think that he wanted to save his son. Yeah, on one hand, he didn't know what the mother boxes were going to do, what the mother box technology was capable of. And frankly, I don't think we still know what Cyborg's powers are. You know, if you look at what the apocalyptic, what these mother boxes are capable of world creating, world destroying, you know, I think what Cyborg has, what he's seeing with what he's able to do is really just tip the iceberg.
That's not mine.
Compared to what
just keeps doing that.
Maybe in the future for him.
Oh, Invictus. We're not getting any Danny Elfman in this movie. They cut all that out.
Wrecked by the.
Cut all that out. We're getting nothing but Junkie XL score. It's gonna be fucking great.
By the Batmobile.
Oh.
Okay, here's Hippolyta.
That's a great shot. That's a new shot too of her.
However you want to say it. I'm not going to argue.
Great. Great looking shot. You see the background looks a little unfinished with her.
Penetralium.
Background look a little unfinished.
And she does this cool move where like the parademon.
Look at the background with the like almost
into that dude.
Needs polishing.
But she's run
the
up
black
the
and white.
And she's coming down. So
yeah. Black and white really helps, guys.
You know. they're not super smart. I don't mean to be rude, but they just seem, you know. So here is the landing of Steppenwolf. This is this was the original design of Steppenwolf, as you've seen in BBS. There were discussions and a lot of back and forth about the new design and the creation of this new design. I think the initial thought was that he was a little too scary and a little too alien and a little too
a bad guy being scary. Why would they think that's bad?
And I personally thought he was awesome and that he represented like a real threat and does represent a real threat to not just the Justice League but to the entire planet. And
he is an underling, though.
The conquest of Earth.
The underling boss.
Is just like not.
He's the the mini boss before the
so
real
many
boss.
Times that this is like nothing to him. So, I just think I think he looks amazing, and the team has done a really great job in just making him real. And
this shot stuff looks pretty good. Looks better than that
Wonder Woman
he released
and
today.
with Jason, and then the team at the end of the movie.
They got time to
really,
work on this.
Really fun to do because he's really Rich did a lot. His motion capture. Rich is an amazing athlete and a great fighter, and we really created some great moments with him battling the team. So that was fun to do. Yeah, and here they are getting ready to square off.
The new Trinity,
the Steppenwolf. And these three are going to work together to really and they have to almost work as a team because he's that powerful, and he's got that electro axe, and he's really he's got
that electro axe.
Really good. It's fun. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, is that Steppenwolf's body or is it his armor is the question. And it's armor. There you'll see sequences. There's a sequence in the movie where he pulls it down, you sort of see him naked, and you really get to look at like his scary
nice.
His scary
get to see his organs.
Actual body. But yeah, that's his like space armor. He's like a space knight.
So he's gonna have that helmet. Is that what he's trying to say? I'm gonna have that armor helmet.
This was a section we did where a little sequence where Barry's saving people for some falling rocks. And it may appear as if he's flying, but of course he's not. He's just
running
with
fast.
The speed force and with how fast he is able to elevate quite quickly and change direction quite quickly. And there is that little bit of, height he's able to get, above these people to rescue them from this giant debris field that's falling on these Star Labs workers here.
I dropped something.
And that's kind of the cool little section there where he's.
No, Shab. I think he's talking about Cyborg.
Here's that. This is one of the parademons.
Yeah, Cyborg's chest has armor on it. He also has that armor helmet.
As Bruce tries to make his way toward the reactor. Just fun. Yep. And then here we go with
the epic shot.
Superman coming into direct conflict with Steppenwolf, and they're
guys need to see this fucking movie.
You can imagine pretty intense, and they do
a hell of a lot of marketing campaign.
I think the here's a go. What was the inspiration behind Stephenwolf Design? I just felt like I guess what I'm saying is, when you see him in his what you're not seeing is that the armor actually sometimes it lays.
And Zack's not doing this for no reason.
When he
today's the anniversary
with him sort of emotionally, there's moments when the Themyscirans are shooting him with arrows, and the armor kind of is able to sort of capture those arrows.
World song.
So the armor is like a living, breathing organism of its own, and so that's why it's flat and spiky, and it does all those cool things depending on what situation he's in. So it was really we've done a lot of work on trying to really capture the making that armor.
Right, Angry Werewolf. We better get something, guys.
Be a character as well in the movie.
Give me a window. Give me a month.
Here's Batman. fighting with parademons, and Alfred was able to construct for him
This November
special gauntlets, and of course Wonder Woman.
She could be like Cartman from that South Park episode where he freezes himself.
They do discuss whose
That's what I
idea
want
this
to do
was
right now.
and what was the inspiration.
Just wake me up when the fucking
idea came from.
movie drops.
And I'm not going to tell you anything about this.
Talking about Steppenwolf's armor? I think he's talking about Cyborg's armor.
This was a sequence we've worked long and hard on.
It could be talking about both. They both have the same technology.
You'll see more of it in the motion picture. But suffice it to say, it is what you see there, I guess.
Is a nuclear bomb going off?
Here we are.
I don't know what I see there. It just says it is what you see there. Like, what do you see there? It's just an explosion going off.
I'm having a mouse issue.
Oh, what the fuck's going on there?
That's fun. You get to just see this shot over and over.
Yeah, you just see this shot over and over.
This was a shot that I drew. I think I might have even released this frame, the storyboard. That I drew this really quite early on in the making of the film. I drew it
3 years ago.
This is almost the exact frame. I was worried about this tree over here because in Leavesden, we had to rebuild.
Oh, come on, Buffer! Buffer!
Built it at this airport. And I was worried we'd get that tree to work, and I think it worked really great. Planted that corn.
Planted that corn.
Yeah, it was. This is kind of a magical moment, sort of.
Let's get blurry.
Clark kind of being reborn into the memories of his life in Kansas. And then, of course, this reunion shot coming. Pretty beautiful moment between these three actors that I've been with for 8+ years. So it's kind of fun for me to see this as well. Here's Cyborg sort of discovering and thinking about his powers, what is possible to him.
So it's technically been 4 years.
When you sort of think about like what is Cyborg capable of in a technological world, because no firewall can defy him. There's no encryption that he just sees. Like if there's an encrypted, cyber security system, it would just look like nothing to him. He just walk right through it. And so anything that's on a technological grid or platform, he would be able to just, like, for instance, nuclear warheads. That's easy. Like launch them in a second.
So why wouldn't he just use those against Darkseid?
There's a question here. How many times did they have to
destroy
rebuild the Kent farm in Plano? I think we built it twice in Plano, Illinois, or maybe I thought we kept it between, but I might be wrong about this.
Same here.
BBS or between Man of Steel and BBS. I thought we
wasn't
kept
until
it
day after where I was like, oh
between
shit.
those two movies. I can't remember exactly. But I do know it was out there for quite a while, and then I do believe we had to reconstruct it, and then we had to rebuild it again in England. So,
still waiting on Justice League, guys. Still waiting.
Here's the old Atlantean king using the golden trident to sort of a little display of its power.
The trident doesn't show back up until Aquaman.
During the Defenders of Earth fighting with the parademons and Uxus. And actually the Atlantean king does play a role in the, so we sort of get to see like what powers, like how the Defenders of Earth could work together and may have to work together in the future to deflect an alien invasion.
So how long is the sequence? Is it like a 20-minute sequence? The history lesson?
Cyborg saving a police officer at Heroes Park. That police officer happens to be the original Jimmy Olsen. Little cameo we did with him. So that's fun. You better move. And then here is Flash making his way through a psychedelic landscape. And I think this is just something you're going to see in the movie. Poof, poof. And then here is the Justice League on the edge of the reactor in Prozharnov.
I believe they did, Shadow. I believe they did.
The team,
but they clearly
as they
changed a lot.
They should and will be
changed a lot.
Kind of, to me, this is like a very quintessential
Aquaman was James Wan's
League
movie anyway.
Moment.
It's not Zack Snyder's movie. You know,
I love shooting it. I think I put up a still that I shot with my Leica of them just against green screen.
Race. We'll say that was John's too.
Really fun to sort of shoot this shot because you got to sort of put them all together.
Now, Shadow, hold back
in what the dream was. You know, I think that's fun. I'm just looking here at these.
He's looking at this release date.
Here's a question that says, would you say Flash is more swimming than running through space? That's the impression I get from the movements. That's about the Flash shots.
Swimming. Didn't I mention
if
that?
You want to think about it that way, I think that's fine. But I think that, he's kind of having to do this sort of cosmic run. So it's definitely, that's sort of the impression. Sure.
Yeah. I think I said it looked like he was swimming when me and Shadow did a breakdown of the last trailer they posted.
Here to the next one, and this is if you notice in this shot. I mean, you don't see it in the shot yet, but this is the
if he does Angry Werewolf, then we're definitely getting something
rising up
something
to meet them.
He's gonna drop something.
I was like, the vehicle sort of integration. It's very sort of iconic when you combine the sort of the entirety of sort of Justice League and their vehicle and what they're capable of and all that. And the sun.
Did you watch the extended cuts? All the extended cuts,
and also Cyborg.
That's a hell of a marathon right there.
Because that's
a lot of movies, you guys.
What's this say?
A lot of movies. Every movie's like 4.5 hours.
The bat suit that we did for the third battle of this movie was he knew that just like he was kind of doing the trying to build.
Swear to God, it's those fucking nerd planes there. I swear to God.
All of the stuff that he was working on. Clearly, he was trying to work on some armor. He knew he'd be facing off against things he had never probably faced off against before, and I think that kind of is the idea behind some of the upgrades he did to his bat suit for this battle. But I think in future battles, I would have him probably go back to his BVS suit because that's my favorite suit for him. And it's the one, basically, frankly, that's the one you see him in the future in, because I think this one gets destroyed. I don't know how, but,
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Did he just confirm what armor?
Here's a question. What was your favorite shot you were able to put in this trailer
I'm trying to click this
so far? There's
Did he?
So many. I'm really enjoying.
Did he say one word I missed?
A lot of this stuff, but one of my favorites is this Batman shot. It's just one of my favorite Batman shots. But
it's also the DP's.
I feel like it's a cornucopia of fun stuff. So I'm not going to pick a child right now.
Good word, cornucopia.
And then we have this little sequence where Barry, talks about.
Invictus is out marathons alone.
This guy's like.
That sounds about right. Lord of the Rings.
And we see this little quick shot montage of the team. Cyborg.
Different
This
locations.
is again in
That's the
Wayne
hangar.
Aerospace hangar. You can see the windows up there.
Can't have windows,
the,
you know, in the middle of a lake.
Then Batman
underneath the
Bruce
water.
Wayne, Ben is telling us what we're going to, that he has confidence. Here's Jason again with this, you know, sunlight streaming in behind him. And then Wonder Woman as well in this little, you know, this is in their, in the scene where they kind of come together for the first time, and they're kind of trying to figure out how they're going to go forward. What is the mother box? What is it used for? Why do they want it? You know, frankly, are they a team? Can they work together? And I think that you know, that, and it's mostly a conflict between Aquaman and Cyborg. They have the main conflict in the scene. Aquaman and Cyborg, I think Aquaman doesn't trust Cyborg. He thinks Cyborg is a little too similar, if you will, to the mother box technology, which he is. And I think that, and frankly, you know, Vic knows a lot about the mother boxes, maybe more than, you know, they're suspicious of his knowledge of the mother box. And so maybe the team is justified.
Yeah, they don't know if he's going to turn against them.
But clearly not. Because
that was a little bit of a story beat in the Justice League one, but it's definitely going to go way more into it in the Snyder cut, for sure.
Which is kind of our call sign right now, us united, you know, as a group. And so this is, you know, maybe a call right now to, if you can, and if you think of it, to join the link.
I don't like that tip, Shadow.
And go get a little bit to
bad
AFSP.
ideas here.
You know, we're in
bad ideas.
We're in quite a tough time right now with this pandemic, and there's a lot of people, you know, it's not, a lot of people need help, and it never hurts to. And then HBO Max, 2021.
Yeah, Shadow.
So we don't have a exact date, but that will be soon. So I'm going to stop sharing this video, and yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
I'm going to let's just see if there's any more questions. I'm sure there's a million. But,
release date. Can he hear me? Oh, Lordy, freeze. Oh, no. I wonder if you can look at my YouTube
Is there a
channel
hangar in the Batcave? There's not a hangar in the Batcave. I think I was pretty clear about that.
In the Justice League movie, they made it seem like
that, and you'll see it, and there's a big shot of it in the movie where you see that Wayne Aerospace is right on the harbor, and it's a big giant facility that's kind of defunct, and that's where Bruce is working, and that's where Wonder Woman comes and meets him. And later on, they go to the Batcave once I think once Bruce feels more comfortable with the team.
All right, shout out Sci-Fi Dragon has Stetson for June and July.
The Batcave is kind of
got 5
what you've seen in BVS. That's the sort of limits of it. There's an armory where the Rob
any other bets? People want to make their bets here
over on the right, and then there's the sort of lab control area
March.
That's kind of the elevated sort of concrete
be a nice present
structure that's above. Then the garage area where the Batmobile is, and then there's a small landing pad for the Batwing that clearly has been destroyed, and he has yet to build a new. I think he's working on a new vehicle for what I think he believes is the real coming war. So
the real coming war.
Yeah, there's one more here.
One more? There's like 500 questions. There's like what's one more?
Yeah, Batman and Superman have a small reunion in the movie. I think that is clearly there's more to come with. There would have been more to come with how they in this post Justice League world. Like now, what is the relationship between Batman
I don't think we're gonna get it.
And I think that's something that I wanted to sort of let. Have them had a small reunion, but that seems like a bigger story. So that's yet to come. Well, guys, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed me pulling through the trailer. I had a great time looking at these shots. It's funny because I'm editing the movie now, so I see we are
how much?
While editing, I mean, I am looking at the actual visual effect shots because the cut is locked. So I'm just looking every day.
The cut is locked.
These shots as they come in, and it's really exciting. And I'm excited for you guys to see the giant amount of movie that you have coming your way in 2021 on HBO Max. Don't also forget that it is probably a solid 2.5 hours of unseen footage in this movie, I would imagine, something like that. And so, that's going to be fun, I think, for everyone to experience this for the first time. So, thank you guys for checking this out.
Give me a window.
Don't forget to go grab a shirt.
I think it just ended. Okay. Okay. I say I restart another stream up with Shadow, and I close this one because this one's been on for an hour. Yeah, me and Shadow are gonna talk about it. I'm gonna restart the stream back up, but yeah, no release date. Kind of a disappointment. Kinda, a little bit. But he said the picture was locked. Big detail. That means like every scene he wants, he's got. They're not gonna go back and do like a reshoots right now. I mean, it's done. Pretty awesome. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna close this one and I'm gonna reopen another one. So just stay tuned on the channel. It'll be like 5 minutes from now. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me and watching this live. And when the Snyder Cut comes out, we'll watch every episode live together as a family. Okay. Yeah. Wait on it, Shadow. Don't click that link yet. We're gonna start another one. Hope to see you all in that one as well. I just like to keep the streams like around an hour because I think wasting people's time is longer than that. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I gotta close this and then open another one.